All right, guys, it's time for the preview segment of Mount Ararat Podcast. We're going to try it this week without me showing my face. I mean, why not show the whole pictures on the screen without having the little block of me talking? Maybe I should do the whole show that way. I don't know. Maybe you don't need to see Adam Lavelle on screen. It definitely makes it a little easier for me to edit. So let me know what you think about that. We're going to look at the show coming up May 30th, this Monday, 2022, from Club Citta Kawasaki. That is scheduled to begin at 1900. Now, of course, 1900 Japanese time. I'm looking that up real quick for you. That will be 6 o'clock a.m. this Friday, live on Wrestle Universe. 6 a.m., that's Eastern Standard Time. If you're in another time zone, just do the math. What I do is you just go to Google, type in 1600 Japan time to EST, and that tells me what it is. You could type it into whatever 1600 Japan time to whatever your time is in your region. But let's take a look at these matchups. First up, we have kicking off Yoshiki Inamura taking on Kazusada Higuchi. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I know nothing about this Higuchi guy. He's from DDT, trained in sumo. Big guy. This will be another one of my infamous Bull of the Woods matches, if you will, Daddy, honoring the great Dusty Rhodes when I say it that way. Two big guys just battling it out, fighting it out, probably doing some brawling in and out of the ring. This is who is the strongest, who is the beast of this matchup, who will win it. I got to go with the pro wrestling Noah guy. I got to go with Yoshiki Inamura, even though this Higuchi guy looks legit. I mean, he does. Looks like a badass for sure, every bit as much as Inamura does. But I'm going with the pro wrestling Noah guy with the win here. I certainly hope that's what happens anyway. Next up, you see here we got a tag team match. We got Yohei teaming with Extreme Tiger. Now, if you remember the last few podcasts, I have said that I think this tag team is special. I think they've got something. I think Yohei and Extreme Tiger have a charisma together and a workability as a tag team together that just clicks, and I like this. And we're going to see them face Hal and Alejandro. Now, I really wish we would see Kai Fujimura and Alejandro in this match against Yohei and Extreme Tiger, and that's not because I dislike Hal or anything like that. Hal is a great wrestler who I appreciate very much, and it should be a good, solid working match because these are the Noah Jr. regulars, two of them, Alejandro and Hal, teaming up. Of course, they're often teaming with Yohei here, and so they do know each other really well. That'll help both teams, to tell you the truth. But honestly, Yohei and Extreme Tiger have something special. They click. They're a little more experienced than both of Hal and Alejandro, so I believe Yohei and Extreme Tiger win a good, solid matchup here. And I think this pushes Yohei and Extreme Tiger up the tag team rankings just a little bit. I'm not saying they're ready for a title shot, but I'm saying they look good together, and this should do them wonders, I believe. Another tag team matchup here, non-title, I'm assuming, because it doesn't say anything about it being for the title, as the new GHC Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Michael Elgin and Masa Kitamiya, take on Simon Gotch and Kenya Okada. Now, Kenya Okada is in line with Simon Gotch in the style of wrestler that he is. They're very much catch as catch can. They're very much ground and pound. They're very much beat and wear the opponents down. But I don't see any way they're going to do that to Elgin and Kitamiya. Now, will this be a good, solid matchup, a fun match? Absolutely. Will Simon Gotch hang with Elgin and Kitamiya? Absolutely. Will Kenya Okada hang, although probably be the one who takes the loss here? Absolutely. But Michael Elgin and Masa Kitamiya showed me that they are really special, that they are legitimately a big, badass deal, and I don't think they have a whole lot of problem with Gotch and Okada here. They're not going to squash them, but they're not going to have a major troubling match on their hands either. The champions win this, and I think they look great doing it. We got a single match up here. Junta Miyawaki They're calling this his send-off match because he's leaving Pro Wrestling Noah for his excursion. And we're going to report on that more in the next segment, the Noah News. So I'm not going to go big into it here, but basically he's off to Mexico to start his excursion to learn more before he will return to Noah being that much better. And in his send-off match, he's taking on the one and the only Kaito Kiyomiya, who also did the same thing a number of years ago when he left for Canada for his excursion. So Junta Miyawaki faces Kaito Kiyomiya before he leaves for an excursion. So expect Junta Miyawaki to have possibly the best match he's had in Pro Wrestling Noah. Now, there's no guarantee that will happen, but when he's in there against Kiyomiya, and this is his send-off match, a way to make the fans remember him, this should be very good. Now, there's no way Junta Miyawaki's winning it, but I look for Junta Miyawaki to hang with Kaito Kiyomiya more than you might normally think, if for no other reason, but, like I said, to send him off in a big way. So this will be fun. This will be enjoyable. This will be emotional because Miyawaki always is. But, of course, expect Kaito Kiyomiya to get the win, but also expect it to be a pretty good matchup. Next up is a 6-person tag team match. Now, 3 of these guys are from DDT. So your host, Adam Lovell, knows next to nothing about them. Yes, I am very biased against DDT. Yes, I understand they have some great wrestlers. Yes, I understand they have some great matches. But they do such nonsense, such stupidity, such goofy things that it insults me. If it doesn't insult you, that's on you. I'm not here to argue with you. But me, as a pure professional wrestling fan, that doesn't like professional wrestling to be parodied or insulted, I'm just not ever going to watch DDT. It's not going to happen unless they just stop doing that stuff, and you know they're not. But here, you got my boys Kongo, Keno, Hajime Ohara, and Haruki, taking on a team consisting of Daisuke Sasaki, MJ Poe, and Kanan. I don't know anything about these DDT guys. I know that MJ Poe looks quite strange. He looks like some kind of demented clown or something. I have no idea what the gimmick is. By the look of him, I don't have a strong desire to know what it is. Kanan, don't know anything about him. Looks like a junior heavyweight, I would assume. And Daisuke Sasaki is who Keno is facing coming up at the Cyberfight Festival here in just a few weeks. Again, know nothing about Sasaki other than Keno attacked him at the press conference. Keno lit his boot on fire and kicked Sasaki in the head. Something that American wrestler Joey Janela recently tried to imitate and ended up looking like a clown. Not really here to talk about that, just throwing it out there, because some of you might recognize that from Janela doing such a stupid thing and not knowing how to do it. Here, I'm rooting for, predicting Kongo. I'm hoping it's not even a back-and-forth matchup. It probably will be. Sasaki, Poe, and Kanan don't look like a threat to me. They just don't. And it's not just because they're from DDT. They could be from anywhere else. And just based on what I see, I don't see why this should be a tight matchup. But I'm sure it will be. I'm sure that Sasaki and Poe and Kanan will be put over big. If they don't win, they will look good in the matchup, I'm certain. I will watch this because I love Pro Wrestling Noah, and I'm a big fan of Kongo, but I predict Keno, Ohara, and Haruki win this, and I'm just hoping they win it easily, but probably not. Finally, the main event of this match, coming up in just a few days on May 30th, is the GHC Heavyweight Champion, Go Shiozaki, and Shuhei Taniguchi, and Daisuke Harada teaming up to take on the team of Satoshi Kojima, Naomichi Marufuji, and Atsushi Kotogi. Now, this is an interesting one. It seems like Marufuji and Kojima team a lot ever since Kojima's debut as the mystery partner for Marufuji. They've been working together, and they're bringing in Kotogi here. As his opposite on the other side of the ring will be his friend, former tag team partner, and partners in the Noah Junior Regulars, Daisuke Harada. So that's interesting. Shuhei Taniguchi here, looking like King Tommy because they haven't got a new profile picture for him here. He does not look like that anymore. For those of you that might be new to this, he's a more serious, legitimate guy. Black boots, black trunks, no crown, no shades, no boa, no cigar, coming in here just wanting to kick ass. And go Shiozaki. Shiozaki has teamed with Taniguchi recently when he was King Tani, so I'm interested to see how he does here with Taniguchi. And again, Harada versus Katogi will be very good. But this is all about Kojima versus Shiozaki. In their last preview tag team match like this, Shiozaki got the pinfall victory over Kojima. Kojima got one over him in the match before that. So this is sort of like their rubber match in preview matches. So interesting to see how this goes. I suspect one of the other teammates, Taniguchi, Harada, Marufuji, or Katogi, to get the win here for one of the teams. Hard for me to pick. Again, this being a rubber match. The winner of this is probably going to go in the favorite for the GHC Heavyweight Championship matchup. So I want to think that what they'll do is Kojima's team will go over, making you believe he has a very good chance of defeating Shiozaki for the GHC Heavyweight Championship. So it'll probably be Marufuji either pinning Harada or Taniguchi. Taniguchi just getting into a serious gimmick. Probably don't want to have him lose at this point. Wouldn't be the end of the world if he did, but I don't think he will. So I look for either Kojima or Marufuji to defeat Harada. I don't think Katogi will get the win for his team. I don't think we want to tease tensions between Katogi and Harada at this point. But either way, this is a good solid card. Nothing on here really lights the world on fire. I wouldn't suggest missing this. I mean, there's some good solid matchups we've not seen before. And Yohei and Extreme Tiger are an exciting up-and-coming tag team if they're going to keep them together. The GHC Heavyweight Tag Team Champions are here, and they're great. Miyawaki's send-off will be emotional and powerful and good. And, you know, Congo's always enjoyable to watch. I don't know about this group they're wrestling. And, of course, the preview, Kojima and Shiozaki. Always interesting to see what's going on there. But that's your preview of the upcoming show here on May 30th. Again, that is Noah Sanctuary. Monday, May 30th, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wrestle Universe. Folks, we will be back with the last and final segment of this week's Mount Ararat podcast, the Noah News. And I use Haisami's Noah Archive for that. And we'll be back with that news in just a minute.